energy, it's making me realize everything we've been through makes us strong enough. You and I, everything we've been through makes us strong enough. You and I, you and I. It's making me realize everything we've been through makes us strong enough. You and I, everything we've been through makes us strong enough. You and I, you and I. thinking about the best way. I'm not thinking about the best way to save them. I'm not thinking about the best way. I'm not thinking about the best way. I'm not thinking about the best way. I'm not thinking about the best way to save them. I'm not thinking about the best way. I'm not thinking about the best way. think that you should come back home.
5 seconds remaining, ball on the blue side. It's not gonna happen. STMC Gold take the grand final.
Because with live sport cancelled and footy fields deserted, there's never been a better time to be a gamer.
Second attempt, but no boost to fall through. He's trying desperately to get another touch, but he just cannot get there. And with 5 seconds remaining, that could have been the last attempt. Colt's gonna get one more goal in. And STMC Gold take game number one with that goal right there. Granted,
playing online games in a school uniform is now the next big thing.
Bonnie is now in a position. The C4 comes out, melts out. Lightning can't get the follow-up frag.
This is the world of esports, aka sporting comps played via online games.
it's just like any other sport.
Get elite real-world performance for your desktop PC with 10th Gen Intel Core processors. If you're looking to game, create, live stream, or stay productive, 10th Gen Intel Core processors deliver an optimal balance of frequency, cores, and threads to handle real-world usages. Get enthusiast-level performance with an Intel Core i9 processor, up to 5.3 GHz clock speed for peak gaming performance and content creation workloads. Or for competitive gameplay and content creation, choose an Intel Core i7 with up to 5.1 GHz clock speed to handle your demanding applications. The Intel Core i5 processor with up to 4.8 GHz gives you a seamless AAA gaming and entertainment experience. And with up to 4.6 GHz clock speed, the Intel Core i3 is a great fit for everyday tasks and productivity. If you're looking to push your system even further, get additional performance headroom with unlocked 10th Gen Intel Core processors, supported by Intel's advanced overclocking controls. Bring elite, real-world performance to your desktop PC with 10th Gen Intel Core processors.
Afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to another edition of XP's HSL Rocket League Queensland High School Championships. It's the final day. 4 teams remain. Only one will be crowned our victor at the end of it all, as 2 best-of-7s will be played on stream, a semifinal and a grand final match, all to determine who will be the Season 3 championship school. My name is Maximilian Thor von Neumann, also go by Formal Casting, and I will be calling the action throughout both of these series, all on my own, some lonesome, but that's okay. It's been that way back when, since Season 1 and all the way through to now. It's been an amazing year thus far, and we're going to cap it off in style. But before we get into our teams and into the plays, a quick shout out and thank you to the sponsors who have been with us since the very beginning. Of course, I'm talking about ZQ Racing. This chair I've been sitting in, it's been my It's been my mount, I suppose, throughout the start of this entire event. The Gamer Series is where it comes from. That internal steel frame has held strong throughout all of those exciting moments. Those adjustable armrests have been tested as I've been jumping up and down that full 180 recline. Well, I never really got the use out of that because there's no time to nap. But the neck and lumbar pillows, I still say those are the best parts of this entire package. The Gamer Series, feel free to check them out. Furthermore, a big thank you as well to the Computer Alliance, consisting of, various different companies to sort of come together and put together all of the equipment we use. I dropped a little cheeky picture onto Twitter before, if you can sort of see half of my POV. There's actually a lot more happening on the other side, but my camera's not big enough. Either way, without the Computer Alliance, wouldn't be able to put this all together. So a big thank you to them and their continued support of high school esports. Now, sponsors aside, it's now time to get into the nitty-gritties to take one last look at the teams who competed in Season 3 this year, as we have the 8 of them for you. Marsden Makos, STMC, that's St. Thomas More, Chisholm Maroon and Chisholm Green, the Maryborough Marauders, Forest Lakes, Somerset Spartans, and the Lakers Legends. Now, out of these 8 teams, only 4 of them have been able to advance, and throughout the season, this was our final standings. As you can see, it is actually Chisholm Maroon who finished out on top in the 3-way tiebreaker. Chisholm, Lakers Legends, and Marsden Makos all finished 12-2. STMC, well, they finished 8-6, but it was enough to get them through. Unfortunately for Chisholm Green, the Marauders, Forest Lake, and Somerset, they're not going to be around to participate any further. So, yeah, taking a look at those top 3 teams, it came down to sort of a tie-break situation based on round and goal difference, I think, was the final deciding factor between Chisholm Maroon and the Lakers Legends. And the results mean Chisholm Maroon get that number 1 seed. They get to play against STMC, and while normally that would be considered a strong thing, I'm not too certain this time around, because STMC has been sort of this deceptive side that have really been doing a good job in sort of taking these top teams very close. Now, the 6 losses are to the 3 teams on top of them, but their closest games have been against Chisholm Maroon, and, well, that's who they're going to be playing in semifinals number 1. That's going to be our game on stream. Meanwhile, off stream, you have the Lakers Legends taking on Marsden Makos in what should be another interesting game. Lakers Legends, they went through the first half of the season undefeated, but then they did drop a game to Chisholm as well as Marsden in the second half of the season. So they've kind of been on a little bit of a downward trend. They were able to bounce their way through. Still on stream, we do get Chisholm Maroon versus St. Thomas More College. Chisholm Maroon, they started off slower, but then they came back strong. They came back really strong. Finished the first half of the season 5-2, and yet those were the only 2 losses they had. One of them to Lakers Legends, one of them to the Marsden Makos. Able to bounce it back, able to finish themselves, pretty much, I think they're on a 9-game win streak or something crazy like that. Definitely the hottest team coming into these playoffs, but STMC always seems to be able to challenge them, and that's why this upcoming matchup is so interesting to me. I feel like on their day, STMC can be that top team, but it's going to be such a tough challenge for them in our opening game. Now we are going on to the pitch. It is at DFH Stadium, as we are about to go underway again. Chisholm Maroon in blue. In orange, it is STMC. As we take a quick look at the lineups for the Chisholm Maroon side, you have Marshall, Mountain with no do, as well as Losso. And Mountain with no do already putting a goal on the board right there. Chisholm Maroons will strike first, as Mountain with no do just sort of took that kickoff and was able to escort that ball into the net. No defenders in the way early. Now looking at that other side, you see UTG, it's Lemon Juice, and Mythai. That is STMC. As Mythai looks to get some attacking pressures going for STMC. Now, fun fact about Final Day, we are no longer doing best of 5s. It is time for the best of 7s. These series can go 1 or 3 extra games, depending on how you look at it right now. That much tougher to sort of win out, that much tougher to get a sweep, and with double commits like that, Chisholm Maroon gonna have to play a little bit smarter on that defense. Marshall now looking for Losso underneath. He got the touch, but wasn't really a strike he was looking for. UTG looking to play through that corner. Maintains initial possession, gets a bump on the Mountain with no do. That opens a challenge for Lemon Juice, which he's able to win out on. Continues to press that ball forward. Mountain with no do tries to play some defense in the corner, but Lemon Juice still gets that next touch. Ball off that backboard. Looking to get re-angled and dropped in, unable to find it. As the first minute of play passes in this semifinal, And it is Chisholm Maroon who are out in front and on the attack again, but it is an awkward double commit. Lemon Juice just needs one touch to get it over the top of at least one attacker. Couldn't get it over the top of the second, but that's all right for now. Mythai with possession of the ball, looks to flick it back, but there's no one there to catch the back pass, so he has to take it to the corner instead. Miscommunication on defense perhaps for STMC, and now Mount with no do looking to punish, gets the double and puts it in. If Chisholm is going to play like this today, this team is going to be very scary moving forward. What an absolute shot by Mountain with no do right there. Drills it in the opposite corner of the goal, 93 kilometers per hour, but that double was absolutely disgusting. That is the goal that I feel can really motivate a team and get them to play around it now. You have Lemon Juice trying to sit up, trying to find that response. It's going to go in, courtesy of Mythai, and we have ourselves a higher scoring affair in the semifinal, game number 1. Mythai just took advantage of 2 defenders cheating forward, was able to tap it in over the top and tie us up. That 2-1 apiece. Camera kind of getting a little stuck right now. I'm not sure what's going on right there. Here we go. Marshall kind of gets that swing, kind of gets that miss. Lemon Juice has to fade back on defense. Will put it up. Mount with no do tries to challenge, but will lose out. Lasso takes that one across the middle, but it's being thrown right back. Mythai, another booming shot, but this one's not going to hit its mark, as Marshall will have to clear up the middle of the field. Won't find too much initially. Swings, misses, no boost to adjust. Mythai will take it back the other way. Ball off the backboard. Mythai gets that second shot. No power behind it. Means Mountain with no do will clear it out. Goes for the second touch. Doesn't find it. UTG will instead keep it up in the air. Caught by Marshall. Looking for a pass to Lasso. Gets it over the top of not one, but 2 defenders. Yet Lemon Juice is still able to recover. Now with no do. Shuts the play down at the middle of the field. Mythai instead looks to throw it right back. Now we see another good touch from Mythai. Trying to find a good setup. Goes for a pinch off of the side. Marshall again, sort of an awkward read off of the roof. Now UTG passes it through the corner, but Lasso can play defense in the box. Does make that initial save. As we see Marshall again trying to bump that one forward. Goes for that second touch. Isn't able to find it. This could open the door for a counterattack. Halfway through game number 1. Still only a 1-goal lead for Chisholm Maroon. Looking to hold on to it. UTG tries to set up something throughout that corner right there. Lasso, patient defense, does go for the touch, but UTG still on the attack, continues to apply that pressure. Causes 2 defenders to bite into the corner, but that's all they need in order to clear that one out. Now you can see Chisholm, they're actually getting very aggressive initially with this push, recognizing the danger. They're going to try and rotate back, but there is an opening for a counterattack here, perhaps. Mountain with no do will shut it down. Lemon Juice playing middle of the pitch, puts a shot on target. It's going to go in as Lasso looked to flip awkwardly when trying to pre-jump on that save. Tie game with just under 2 minutes to play. You know, it's an absolute cracker of a shot right there. And twice now we've been able to see goals from STMC playing sort of middle of the field. Just sort of lobbing it towards the net when defenders are out of position. That's the threat of just putting shots on target. Sometimes they will find their way to go through, especially at this level. Now, Marshall does have a backboard setup. Lasso has a chance, but didn't like that initial read. Wasn't able to recover from it. 2v1 situation, yet the bump from behind does throw the attack a little bit off bounds. STMC open net with the chance. Lemon Juice puts it high. A missed opportunity perhaps for STMC to get a go-ahead goal in the final 2 minutes of game number 1. They might get another chance, though, if they can somehow get it past these attackers. They got it past one, but not past Marshall. Now UTG still will look to set up through that corner. Ball in the air. Lemon Juice there. Strike. Target. Good. 3-2 in favor of STMC as they retake the lead with 3 unanswered goals. Good offensive effort right there from STMC. They fell behind early, but they bounced back. And this is sort of what I was alluding to at the start of this series. STMC is that type of team that might be able to pull off that upset run. They've yet to get a win over any of the other top 3 teams, but this is already looking promising for them. Chisholm, they've looked a little shaky at times. Their communication doesn't seem to be there yet, but we have seen that individual skill. Now with no do and Lasso are 2 players who I feel like can take a game over. They're going to be the ones to watch out for. Mythai open net may have just put game number 1 out of commission as STMC take a 2-goal lead with 51 seconds to go. Mythai backboard pass to himself, drives it in. And this is a great start for STMC. Now, we were talking about this in the studio at the end of last week when we were sort of learning who our Final 4 teams were going to be. And one of the reasons why I was excited to see this series, and this is something I do believe, I saw people in the Twitch chat talking about it earlier, prediction on who's going to take out today, I said the winner of this game probably wins the tournament, and right now, this is STMC finally coming alive. You can see right here, a demo sets up Lemon Juice for that low to the ground double touch. Yeah, that was still a double, and that's still a fantastic cap off to what has been a great game one for STMC. 40 seconds remaining. Don't really see Chisholm coming back in this, but because it is a best of 7, we still have a lot of Rocket League left to play in this semifinal. Mount with no do with possession of the ball. Actually loses out on it. UTG going to have to wait for it to drop. A bit of a bump, a bit of a grind, but no one able to strike just yet. Lasso still with possession. Gets that second touch, but it winds up getting pinched back to the middle of the field. 18 seconds, 3-goal differential. I believe that's going to do it. Game number 1. 5 unanswered goals for STMC. They're going to get themselves a very decisive victory. And this is going to be a little bit worrying for the Chisholm side. I do believe they should be able to bounce back, but we're going to have to see more opportunities, perhaps to see some of those individual mechanics actually be enabled. That's going to be critical for them. Find a way perhaps to get Mount with no do a bit more involved in this one. A very silent game, despite the 2 goals coming from the soft drink enthusiast. It's going to be difficult for them. We'll see how they're able to bounce back moving forward, but if you are STMC, this is such a fantastic start. Again, they have been so close to beating these top 3 teams in the past. They always seem to be, yeah, sometimes they were 3-0 sweeps, but they were always games decided by 1 goal. A decisive victory like this can be so good for morale. It's something that they're going to build around. Now, whether or not they can sustain that momentum for 3 more games, that's still yet to be seen, but as we are looking to get back into this very, very shortly, I do expect to see them try and make that deep run. Here we go, kicking off game number 2 right now. 1-0 up in the series currently. STMC, the number 4 seed, against the number 1 seed of Chisholm Maroon. It's all about maintaining momentum in Rocket League, and right now, off of that kickoff, STMC, they had that initial attack. They still actually have that field control. Normally you see a quick counterattack. Not this time, as UTG did play it a little bit further back, and they're keeping the ball on the blue side of the pitch. Mount with no do. Forced to try to play through the corner, gets 1 touch, won't find that second. As Marshall instead goes for a slider flick. Mountain with no do will catch it, but Mythai, reading the flow of the game, had that touch, but there was no follow-up. So now we do see the Chisholm counterattack. Ball in the air. No one quite coming down with it just yet, so UTG will try to go for a dribble. Finally, Mount with no do challenges. It all sets up Lasso. Instead of banging it to the corner, though, he passes it to himself. Mount with no do did sort of bait on that play, and now it's all up to Marshall, who does come up big on that save. Awkward touch by UTG, but Lemon Juice should be able to read it. Marshall already there, though. It's a slow bouncer towards the net, and the 5-goal streak is broken finally by 1 Lasso, getting it in to the opposite end of the net right there. Just giving Marshall's shot a little bit more power behind it. It looked like UTG was going to be able to get behind the initial touch, and as a result, it is a 1-0 lead for Chisholm Maroon. This is the lead that you can build around. This looks good for Chisholm, as Mythai going to take a shot towards the net. Not going to find the goal this time. Perhaps it's on the second shot. It was a little bit wide, and Lasso was there. Lasso, though, won't get it past the 2 attackers. Awkward double commit, though, means it can't be punished. Mythai does get the demo, so no cheat play from Lasso, and with that bump, it is a 2v1 instead of a 3v1. Mythai now with a chance. Actually wins out in the 2v1 challenge. Lemon Juice is there, tries to get it towards the box. Has to sort of concede possession, and now double committing into the corner. Sloppy play, perhaps, coming from both sides in this second game right now. Ooh, swing and a miss from Lasso, but Marshall will follow it through. UTG has to get a good touch, is able to do so. Mythai and Lemon Juice debating on who to commit. It winds up in Lemon Juice's hands. Ball in the middle of the field. Lasso makes that read, tries to bang it back towards the net. It's open, and it's going in. 2-0 lead for Chisholm Maroon, who are looking for a bit of redemption after game number 1. Such a long lob. You don't expect those kinds of shots to go in, yet here we are. Chisholm Maroon starting to bounce back. You can see Mythai saying 0 boost, and, well, boost management, that's why it's important. Situations like that. As the ball is going to get shot by UTG. Not going to hit its mark just yet, and Mount with no do is able to play that defense and keep the play alive. Ball now looking to fall towards that net. Mythai opting to play through the corner. Gets stopped by Mount with no do. It's now UTG's turn. Keeps it up high. No follow through just yet. Looks to play through the corner. It's Marshall. Doesn't get the second touch. Lemon Juice, though, won't be able to punish as Lasso is there. Now Lemon Juice goes for the roof pinch. Doesn't find it. Mount with no do does. as he plays a bit of defense off of that backboard. Nice pass to Marshall, who keeps it up high. Lemon Juice too far back to attack, which means now we get to see Chisholm again put a shot on target. UTG feels backflip, yet Marshall misses the open net. UTG at the halfway point of the game, still 2 goals down, cannot find any offensive pressure. Instead, it goes to Mount with no dude, playing it through the box, defense there. Lemon with no juice, won't clear it past Lasso. The first rotating member for Chisholm has been doing so good time and time again. Lasso puts it in the box. Lemon Juice is able to recover. Yet, because that first defender at mid-pitch has been able to keep the attacking pressure going, it really means that STMC just has been struggling on their own side of the field. It's just been good, solid mechanical play coming from this Chisholm side, and it forces an own goal as Mountain with no do bounces it off the crossbar. I believe that was Lemon Juice who accidentally tapped it in. We're going to see this again. Yes, it was. Awkward play. 3-goal deficit, just under 2 minutes. It looks like Chisholm Maroon will be tying the series back up. And we'll have a proper best of 5 then on our hands. Haha. The oldest, most cliche joke in the Rocket League book. UTG does get a nice pitch with Lemon Juice, able to clear it across the middle of the field. Looking to try to establish something, establish anything, but not going to get it this time around. Mountain with no do. Shots on target off of that top crossbar, but no one's there to catch it. Mythai now only Lasso to beat, has boost to play with, but the ball bounces awkwardly. 2 defenders commit to the corner. Lemon Juice just needs to get over the top of them both, but misses the ball completely instead. Marshall continuing to dribble up the field, putting forth an amazing individual effort. Has to get demoed in order to get him off the ball. A demo in kind, though, as Lasso takes out Lemon Juice. Now UTG will look to press that ball forward. Marshall is there, tapping it right back to that corner. Lemon Juice from underneath. Gets it past 1, gets it past 2. Open net in front of him, but with no boost. It means Lasso will be able to save it. And no follow-through shot just yet. UTG puts it not on target. It's too far to the right. And Mountain with no do with that save most likely ended the game officially. He'll turn it into a goal as well. 4-0 in favor of Chisholm Maroon. And that is going to be this second game going their way. Good stuff from the Chisholm side as we continue to roll along. 1-1 series scoreline most likely going into this third game. And for Chisholm Maroon, this day and this tournament, realistically, has been about continued improvement. If you go back to Season 1, Chisholm Maroon was a team that actually qualified for the playoffs relatively high. I think they were second place in their group, as Mount with no do is going to go ahead and put another goal in. Just a nice little backboard setup, was able to tap it through. But as I was saying about Chisholm Maroon, this is a team, Season 1, they, I think, came through as the 3rd or 4th seed in one of the conferences. They got to the first round, and they actually got upset. And they wound out bowing out in the quarterfinals. Season 2, they made it all the way to the finals. It was a bit of a redemption arc. They improved so much between Seasons 1 and 2, but they fell just short to the Marston Makos in the Grand Final Series. Now, they're coming into Season 3 as the #1 seed. They've improved each and every season thus far, and it would be such a beautiful conclusion for this squad if they were to find that Season 3 victory. It shows that trying hard, practicing, and growth really can affect your style of play and how you sort of advance in leagues such as this. They're going to go ahead and take game number 2 to tie the series back up at 1 apiece. So, again, it's a best of 7. There's still plenty of Rocket League left, but when you look at Chisholm Maroon, you look at their journey thus far, this series is so important for them as we ready to go. Hopefully real quick into game number 3. STMC, they're going to need to bounce back from that. They scored 5 unanswered goals, but then they give up another 5 in return in game number 2. Game 3. Momentum seems to have shifted back in Chisholm's side. Will STMC be able to sort of wrestle it back from them? That's going to be the challenge for this squad as we look to get ready to go. If we were doing a regular season game, the series, they would be starting now, as this would be a little bit of a interesting situation right there. Players are on the field, though. We are playing this one through. Lemon Juice is taking a shot, and Marshall is going to make that save. Mythai playing middle of the field, gets a nice touch. Into the corner we go. Mount with no do. Light touch, pass to himself, gets it over the top of UTG. Won't be able to get past Lemon Juice, who actually had a chance to bang that one straight. Lasso was in an awkward spot with Marshall also committing for that boost. However, they won't find the goal. Mythai does get bumped off the play while on offense, yet the pass setup is still there. Oh, Lemon Juice actually just cleans Mythai up, and UTG not wanting to challenge 1v3, recognizing he's that third defender, has to make the play, misses in doing so. And now we see the shot. It's on target. It's off the crossbar. I thought that was going in. So too did Lasso, you would have to assume. Missed strike from Chisholm Maroon, but Marshall's going to have a second chance. Lemon Juice pins it to the crossbar. And that is another clutch save. Nearly 1 minute into game number 3. Still no goal, yet a couple near strikes coming from this Chisholm side. Nice drop down to Mount with no do now. Possession of the ball, has to get past the first attacker. And UTG gets the demo. Mythai, instead of taking the shot, looks to try to play it off the wall instead. Taps it towards the net. Mount with no do. Tough read. Lemon Juice couldn't quite corral that shot. Still a lot of time left in game number 3 right now. Ball open net. Mythai's there, and that's going to be the 1-0 lead in favor of STMC. Just an awkward defensive touch. No one else was behind, and that's how you score goals in this league sometimes. 1-0 in favor of STMC. Now, it's time to make another joke that I always make, but you know what? This one's less of the joke and the honest truth. Solo casting is hard. Twitch chat is interactive. If you guys have any points, comments, cheers, feel free to drop them in that chat. I am reading. I will treat you like another caster. We can have conversations. It's okay. As Mount with no do is going to take a strike off that top crossbar, not quite into the goal this time. UTG playing through that corner will be stopped by Marshall, who looks for another scoring opportunity. Perhaps defender bites, makes the save. Ball now off of that wall. Mount with no do pressing forward. Ooh, good defensive touch by Lemon Juice. As UTG will go up off that wall, looks to play it off the ceiling. Marshall's there, can't turn it into a strike. 2 minutes into game number 3, 1-0 lead for STMC again. Trying to retake momentum in this series. Nice defensive touch off that top crossbar, but Mount with no do is waiting. Mythai plays the backward, makes the save. Back and forth we go. See a bit of a setup right here from Lasso. Not going to find the strike this time. Playing a little bit of shadow defense perhaps, but has to readjust himself to the middle of the field. Mount with no do. Doesn't like that initial touch. Ball will bounce to the middle of the pitch. Mythai is there. Ball slowly falling, but not quite into the goal. UTG. Now he's going to look for that pass over to Mythai, who's open for it. Yet an interception from Marshall. Comes up big with the save. Lemon Juice trying to clear it past Mount with no do, who maintains possession. Flicks it past one defender. Now has to get it past the second and the third. Someone take the shot. Marshall just too far back. Not going to find it this time. 2:12 still left in this game. 1-0 lead for STMC, as this has been such a tight series thus far. And game number 3 definitely delivering on the type of Rocket League I like to see. Low scoring, intelligent gameplay, as we see Mythai looks to bang it towards the net. It's open, it's in, and Mythai makes it a 2-0 lead for STMC just past the 2 minutes to go mark. Hello, Gaming Dad Australia. I'm assuming you're here supporting one of your kids who are competing today. Love to see that kind of support. 2-0 right now in favor of STMC, looking to bounce it back as we move forward. Still plenty of time, though, for this Chisholm Maroon squad to get a couple goals on board. They did get, you know, it seems like when they start to score, they will score in a flurry. So if they can just find that first one, sort of break the floodgates, perhaps we could see a big flurry of offensive explosions. Instead, we see a couple swings and misses. Mount with no do will keep the attack alive. Lasso kind of left in no man's land, made an awkward read, couldn't make contact with that ball. Mythai across the middle, stopped by Lasso. Marshall now playing a little bit of faded defense, does get a touch, and actually the positioning on that without the power was near perfect, and Mount with no do is able to follow it up. Here comes Chisholm Maroon, pass back across the middle. Lasso gets the boost, but Marshall has to pass it back to him. It's a hit quite hard. Good recovery by Lasso out of that corner, shut down by Lemon Juice. Marshall now a chance to strike, puts it up high. Mount with no do doesn't have the pancake because a defender was on that backboard. It was UTG, and with only 1 minute remaining, this STMC defense is actually playing out of their mind strong, and you're not seeing this in dramatic saves, but you're seeing it in those key defensive touches. They're putting the ball in positions that Chisholm Maroon either has to like really put themselves out of sorts to sustain the attack, or it's just setting up really predictable ones. Lemon Juice almost muscling it past Marshall right now. So impressed with this STMC defense, and I think it's going to carry them to a shutout victory right now. 30 seconds to go. Chisholm Maroon, it's their last chance on offense. It's off the backboard. Marshall is there. He'll put it in the net. And as you give them credit, sometimes that caster curse will come through. 1-2 now. Still a 1-goal lead for STMC, but these final 23 seconds are going to be very interesting. That joke was terrible. All right, you know what I'm talking about. 2-1 right now. And here we go. Kickoff looking pretty good for STMC. 20 seconds left. They get the ball to the blue side of the pitch. Mount with no do is there. Looks to play through that corner. Teammates bump into each other, but UTG throws it backwards. 12 seconds remaining. Ball going to go back to that blue side, but Marshall's waiting for it. He's going to bang it up. I do believe UTG should be able to catch it. Tries to take it to the corner, but underneath Lasso is there. It's off the backboard. Striking opportunity comes through, but Mountain with no do won't be able to find that shot. And in fact, the ball goes nearly into their own goal. STMC take game number 3, and we have a back and forth series on our hands. Oh, this is getting very, very interesting indeed. A 1-goal difference between these two sides. And you've got to feel like, you know, we could see that elusive Game 7 at this stage, because Chisholm Maroon, their offense has been good, but they're so reliant, it feels like, on times of just some strong individual play. In the past, I've been a little bit critical of this Chisholm side for relying too much on defense and not being aggressive enough. Well, they're binging their A game. They are pressing forward. They are attacking. They're trying to force these goals, and they're trying to do it through stronger individual mechanics. The issue is SCMC has been able to read them, and I feel like with some of these defensive touches, especially from the first member forward by STMC, what we're seeing is a Chisholm Maroon side. Yes, they can get to the ball. Yes, they can kind of create a shot from it. But these are shots that don't have a high percentage of going into the net. I feel as if they need to up the tempo almost to try and get this SCMC defense a little bit off balance, similar to what they did in game number 2. As we look to continue in this one right now, we are on the pitch for game number 4. This is going to be a pretty big one. Do I have my own personal emojis? I do on my own Twitch channel. This is not my own Twitch channel. This is XP Esports, and this is Mythai making a 1-0 lead in favor of SDMC, and this is the start that you want to see if your team is becoming more defensive-oriented. Fantastic goal from SDMC, looking to grab that full-blown upset. I mean, this is the number 4 seed right now, taking it to that number 1 seed in Chisholm Maroon, but I feel like Chisholm's not going to be done yet. Marshall, fadeaway defense, gets a nice touch, looks to play it through that corner. Makes the read from up above, but swings and misses. Nice bump coming from Mythai. Not enough, though, to set up Lemon Juice. Now you have an opening for Marshall. It's not an accurate shot. A little bit too far to the left, yet Lasso cuts down the counterattack before it starts. Mal with no do. Swings, misses. Breakaway opportunity, perhaps, as everyone's racing back for that ball. Marshall forced to play it off of his own backboard. Underneath, UTG is there. That would have been a good pass, I feel like, had STMC been waiting for it, but by playing further back, you're not going to see these sort of quick plays from STMC. They're content to try and hold on to their 1-goal lead. Well, now they might be forced to attack as the ball is in Lasso's court. Great second touch. Forces it all the way to the third member. Yet Marshall can't find that read. UTG goes the distance, puts the shot on target. Lemon Juice, open net, will go through. And STMC take a 2-0 lead in the first minute and a half. Shout out to the XP Women's League casters, One Cthulhu, as well as Asian Donuts. You guys are awesome. Anyways, 3:48 still to go in this one. Mountain with no do. Tries to get a strong kickoff right there. Did get that pass back to Marshall, but unfortunately unable to follow through. And we're starting to see more and more unforced errors almost. Uncharacteristic ones from this Chisholm side. I feel like pressure might be starting to get to them, and that is an effect that can come into play. This is a high-pressure game, and I do feel as if Chisholm are coming into the series with that little bit more to prove. They are the number 1 seed. They are, you know, Season 2 finalists, and they feel like this could be their last chance to realistically make that run. And when things start to go bad, you start to panic, you start to hesitate, and hesitation is exactly what is going to cost you against a defensive-oriented team, because it gives them those extra moments to make the read and then get those strong first touches, as we see right there from UTG. That first touch takes it all the way back to that blue side of the pitch, and it means that the Chisholm Maroons have to reset their entire attack. Right now, Lemon Juice looks for that pass back into the corner. A couple swings, a couple misses. Still, we do get a bit of a play. Marshall shutting it down. Ball up for grabs. Lemon Juice will get there first, but Marshall still shutting down the middle of the field. And now we have this situation where the Chisholm Maroon is actually trying to bait STMC forward, trying to bait them into overcommitting, and that could be it. One defender there, yet Lasso just didn't have the speed to follow it through. Mount with no do, a little bit slow on that challenge as well, yet here comes Marshall. It's off that backboard. Lasso's got a strike. Net semi-open, but too slow on the play. It means Mythai is able to clear it to the corridor. Mythai on defense has been absolutely phenomenal thus far. He has kind of been that standout player in my mind in terms of getting those most consistent, strong defensive touches. Marshall with the chance. Everyone commits, and Lasso, no! That's going to go all the way nearly into his own net. I thought that would have been the greatest own goal of the year. So scary a situation for Chisholm Maroon. A goal right there would cost them this game. And they cannot afford to go down 3-1 in this series. They cannot afford to put themselves in that situation. Yet here we are, ball in the box. Marshall tries to corral it, yet UTG is already pinching it through the corner. Sailing across the middle of the pitch we go. Opportunity perhaps from out with no do. It still is a double commit from the Chisholm side. They get it to the backboard. There's Marshall to strike it. It's on target. It's off the post, and it's gonna go in. Mountain with no do, really giving that last touch that Chisholm needed. Still 90 seconds left in this game. Plenty of opportunities for Chisholm to bounce it back, as Lemon with no juice, had Mountain with no do not been there, would have made an insane save in this situation. 2-1. Tight game, 90 seconds remaining. UTG with the touch. Mountain with no do tries to fade it back. We'll play it up through that corner. Mythai gets a play off of the roof. Chisholm Maroon are going to need to throw this one back onto the attack at the moment. Mythai, uncharacteristic loss on a 50-50 thus far today. Nearly created an opening. I love that pass from SCMC. UTG throwing it all the way up to Mythai. That was a very, very highly technical play. Doesn't work out, but that's the kind of innovation we want to see. Double commit on defense on the backboard. Lasso just needed to tap that one forward, but was a little bit too slow at recognizing the situation. Now, UTG looking to clear it back up that corridor. Marshall is there, looks to play off that backboard. Swings, misses, double commit on defense. Slow touch by Mythai, yet Marshall gets underneath it. Lasso goes up, keeps it in the corner. 42 seconds remaining. Demo onto Mythai. Should mean a counterattack, and Mount with no do looks to lead that charge. UTG cutting it off for now with a pass all the way up to Mythai. Unable to read it. That's only one defender back. Lemon Juice needs a strong touch. That's not what he's looking for. Double commit, but it's still a shot on target. UTG corners it, tries to buy that time. 24 seconds left in a very scary situation for Chisholm. Mythai breaks the offense rotations, but doesn't get the spike down. Defense makes the save, but they need goals, not saves. UTG puts another one on target. It's going to bounce off that backboard. 9 seconds left, and UTG can end it with a strike. Doesn't find it. Instead, we go the other way. 5 seconds remaining. Lemon Juice looks it down, but Lasso's underneath. Ball touches the ground. It's all over. Mythai looks to take it to the corner. Looks to spike it down from underneath. Marshall's there, but so is Lasso. They bump into each other and set up the pinch to end the game through the corner in the box. It's STMC going 3-1 in the series. Oh, baby. STMC on the precipice of a massive upset, and I cannot emphasize this enough. This team had been so close to cracking these top three teams time and time again. Their closest matches were against Chisholm Maroon. And now we're in that situation where they're going to get their first victory, their first series victory over a top three team, and they might do it at that most important moment in the best of 7 semifinal to get themselves to a grand final against either the Lakers Legends or the Marston Makos, depending on who wins that affair. Now we're kicking off game number 5. This is so big right now. If STMC can win just one more game, they will be our first grand finalist. However, Chisholm Maroon, they win 3 in a row. Guess what? They will go in their place. It's a slow roller, and UTG, for the 3rd time this series, helps STMC get a early kickoff goal to give them that lead. It was a double commit. It was sloppy, but no defenders were there, and STMC are off to a fantastic start. Still plenty of time in this one. Chisholm Maroon, they're used to playing behind in this series. They might be able to do it again. Lasso had a chance, but isn't able to strike that one forward. As now we see a little bit of a counterattack. Mythai with possession, tries to find the pass over to Lemon Juice. 2 defenders will cut it off, and here's the thing. Yes, the defense made that save with that interception, but I want to point out the difference in how both these teams are attacking and realistically how they're playing. We're seeing so much more team play coming from STMC right now. We're seeing some of these passes, these more technical approaches, whereas it's been time and time again situations where Chisholm Maroon have been just trying to force the play. Now, another great defensive touch from Mythai sets himself up. Lasso couldn't make that backward read, and that's a 2-0 lead for STMC. And you're starting to get that feeling right now that Chisholm Maroon might not be able to bounce back. Things going from bad to worse for the number 1 seed. Lemon Juice puts it up, but Lasso's still there to make that read. Shot comes from mid-thigh. Oh, that could have been dangerous. Fortunately for Chisholm, it doesn't go in, but the attack is still on. Lasso stops Marshall from clearing it out as we wait to see that next touch. Now for the Chisholm Maroons. Marshall on defense has been looking absolutely phenomenal, and you can say the same thing about a lot of his strikes. Mountain with no do started this series hot. Lasso, unfortunately, has had a couple unforced errors, and if he can just sort of calm himself down, focus on making those touches on the ball, and perhaps not getting in his team's way as much when rotating back, they can still bring this one back, but the team synergy just not there yet. Lasso with a chance actually comes up big on that 50, so already perhaps starting to turn his play around. Mythai attempts to clear it through the corner, goes for that second touch, not able to connect on this moment. Marshall will put it up high. Ball looking to lob in. Lemon Juice already has that read. Slow roller right now. Nice little bump, but is still going in favor of STMC as Lasso gets the ball to the corner. Nice drop off to Mount with no do, but UTG looks to punish. Great save with Lasso, and I love this. This is the exact type of caster curse I want to see for Chisholm Maroon right now. I say Lasso, I've seen him play better before. He needs to sort of up his game a bit. He's starting to do so almost immediately. The question is, will it be enough? No boost now. Possession of Lasso still beats out not 1 but 2 attackers as Marshall will not get to the boost. Mythai gets there first. Still gets it up for Mount with no do. Spikes it down. Will get underneath UTG and in. And Chisholm Maroon again down 2-0. Start their comeback. Start their fight back. They don't want to give this one up as that ball does sail into the net. Plenty of time in this one for Chisholm Maroon to find that equalizer to fight back in this series. STMC, they've got a 1-goal lead. They've been a defensive-oriented team. However, I think as the series has progressed, we've been starting to see them get a bit more and more aggressive with each passing game to mixed results. I feel like their attack isn't as strong as their defense, but at that same token, it is working for them. So we'll see what happens right now. Ball bouncing around in the middle of the field. Marshall with a chance to absolutely strike this one. Good shadow defense from UTG. Followed through by Lemon Juice. And a good dunk by Mythai stops the shot. Now going that other way, looking for that 2-goal cushion. Once again, Lemon Juice has a semi-open net, but can't get to the ball fast enough. Mount with no do comes up huge. Gets demoed for his effort, but the save was still made. Lasso now going back that other way. Can't get it past Lemon Juice, who looks to drive it back. Shut down by Marshall. Lasso reads from underneath. Marshall wins the 50. Backboard setup. Let's get stopped at the moment by Mythai from underneath. UTG is there. Needed more power behind that shot. Mount with no do nearly owned goals. And Lemon Juice strikes it. So much power on that shot, and it's enough to retake the 2-goal lead. Mountain with no do had to go for that backboard save, and it just wasn't realistically going to be enough in that situation. 2 defenders in the box. Neither of them had that momentum. And this is now STMC under 2 minutes away from going to a grand final, from destroying Chisholm Maroon's dreams yet again. So close, yet so far. Still 100 seconds left in regulation. Perhaps they can bring this one back. They're on the attack. That's the good start. Lasso gets the demo. Marshall gets the shot. UTG is there for the save. He'll follow it through from up above. Ball going to start to lob towards the net. Lasso, nice clear throughout that box. Marshall goes for the challenge, loses out to Mythai. Lemon Juice tries to mix the read, tries to make that strike. Gets a nice touch, gets a second as well, but it's not enough to find that dagger of a goal. Lasso pushing it towards, not going to hit that mark. Mount with no do. Puts up the lob shot. It's going to fall back down. Marshall's there. Tries to get the strike, but Mythai again comes up big on the save. 60 seconds left. The angle looked good from Lasso. It was just a little bit too high. And we are running out of opportunities for Chisholm Maroon to get back in this one. The attack is still on. The defense still holding strong. Lasso gets a nice setup right there, but Marshall not quite fast enough. UTG, small breakaway. Mount with no do has to come up big. Does slow the counterattack, but they need not one, get 2 goals. Lasso gets that set up. Marshall pushes too far forward. Now we might see that counterattack. 30 seconds left in regulation. Look, just last night, I called a game with 2 goals in the final 5 seconds. It can happen, but it needs to happen now. Chisholm Maroon, last chance to make it go forwards. Yet it's UTG with possession of the ball. Also finds the strike angle too wide. 8 seconds left. Mountain with no do is going to lob it up. Someone's got to be there. It's UTG, and with that clear, it's the semi-final dagger through the hearts of Chisholm Maroon. STMC get the win. Will advance to the grand final 4-1 on the series, and the number 4 seed gets the biggest upset of the season thus far. A dramatic victory, a decisive victory. The team play, the passing, the defense, and those great first touches, the deciding factor in that showdown. Now, score result for you as well. They will be taking on the Marsden Makos in our grand final, who also won their series 4-1 as well. They won 4 in a row, too. They dropped the first game and then took the next 4. That's going to be our grand final match. STMC taking on the defending champions, the Season 2 winners in the Marsden Makers. For the Lakers Legends, they got close. I mean, this was a team that was in our Academy League in Season 2. They made it up to the Premier League, and they got all the way to the semifinals. They went undefeated through the first half of the season. Just eventually, teams kind of figured out how they worked, and it looks like they'll be falling short today. Now, for both Chisholm and the Lakers Legends, they will be playing in our third-place match. That will be happening off-stream. However, on-stream, it's the grand finals, the big one. It's going to be an exciting match for sure. STMC Marsden Makos. When we come back, we'll be crowning our champion, so don't go too far. More Rocket League in just a few moments.
Enter into a new dimension of gaming and push your PC to the extreme with uncompromised graphics performance. So compact you have to see it to believe it. The way you play will never be the same.
And all the places that you could take me. Why you so shy? You got me going wild. 'Cause I've been saying that you got it, baby, give it to me. See my lightning, you gonna feel my thunder. Show me how you do it, come on baby, say it louder. Got you on my mind now, let me see your style. I'm on my way tonight. Oh, yeah, yeah. 'Cause I think about you. I wanted to make you see that you were the one for me, but there was enough 'cause you're up and down and then everything's the same. Baby, how do I make you listen? Don't wanna be through 'cause I wanna put you, baby, you and me tonight. Don't need to behave, gonna take me away, baby. Till one time, and the thought of you drives me crazy. You don't need to worry, 'cause you know that you got me. Cause I think about you. Cause I think about what I think about you. Cause I think about you. Hey, cause I think about what I think about you. I feel you on the edge of my life. Driving a perfect wedge straight into my mind. Come out from under all these indecisions. Oh, make room for somebody else. Circling the edge, way up high. Don't know if I'll ever have a useful alibi. Gone too far to stop. Yeah, I tried. Flying, crashing, looking for a perfect suicide. Circling the drinking and smoking yourself. Don't even wanna try. Make room for somebody else. Oh, I just wanna hide out from under all these indecisions. Oh, make room for somebody else. Circling the edge, way up high. Don't know if I'll ever have a useful alibi. Gone too far to stop. Yeah, I tried. Flying, crashing, looking for a perfect suicide. Circling the edge. Circling the edge. to escape. People take you home. When you're walking on the moon. Walking on the moon. Chase your happy place. Will change your groove. When you're dancing on the moon, dancing on the moon. When we dance again, all our trouble seems to fade away. This is how I feel. When you take me to some levels that I've never been. When we dance again, all our trouble seems to fade away. This is how I feel. When you take me to some places that I've never been. When we dance again, that I've never been. That I've never been. That I've never, ever, never, never been. Walking on the moon. One moment to escape. People take you home. When you're walking on the moon. Walking on the moon.
Enter into a new dimension of gaming and unlock your gaming experience. Powerful and portable, with uncompromised graphics performance. The way you play will never be the same.
Everybody, welcome back to XP's esports presentation of the HSL Rocket League Season 3 Queensland State Grand Finals. This is it. Only 2 teams remain in contention to win it all, and this will be the winner of this best-of-7 series who will be crowned our Season 3 champions. In the blue corner, it's going to be none other than STMC. In orange, it will be the Marsden Makos, but we're just going to take a quick look at how these teams did get here. As you can see, it was in those semifinals where STMC as well as Marsden got their victories 4-1 over their respective opponents. Now, I did have a look at the score line for the Marsden Makos versus the Lakers Legends, and there were so many games decided by only 1 goal. It was hard fought for Marsden, whereas STMC, well, they looked a little bit more convincing, I believe, in their victory. It was strong defense, good passing plays that got them over the top of Chisholm Maroon. However, Marsden Makos, this is a team that has been here before. They are the defending champions from several months ago, and even though the roster has changed up a little bit, you expect that synergy to come through into play right now, and I'm going to be super curious if STMC's defense is going to be able to handle a more synergized team like the Marsden Makos. As this is happening, Lakers Legends will be playing Chisholm Maroon for that 3rd place game, and a bit of pride on the line, I feel like, for both of these squads. That could be another fun series to watch as well, yet we're more concerned about the grand finals here on this stream. Now, as we do get ready, we can take a look at sort of what had happened before. 1-4 was that series score as STMC got that win over Chisholm Maroon. Our grand final just underneath it. It's going to be a tough battle. I mean, STMC, you have to remember, this is the number 4 seeded team. This is the team that had not won a game against Marsden, Lakers Legends, or Chisholm Maroons before coming into this, and yet they still find themselves in that grand final. Marsden Makos, they started the season actually a little bit shaky. I remember that opening game of Season 3, they were up against Lakers Legends, funnily enough, and they got swept, and it sort of caught myself and I think a lot of the people watching off guard. But since then, with this new lineup, they have buckled down, they have practiced hard, they've become more of a defensive-oriented team, it feels like, and they have been able to push themselves all the way to this grand final, a chance to repeat and be the 2-time champions. It's going to be an exciting series, you have to believe, as we get one last look at these logos right here. I mean, it's the Shark of the Makos versus the Unicorn and the Roosters from STMC. Very medieval shield, that one be, as we are looking to kick this off. As we take a look at the teams loading in on that blue side, it is STMC. In orange, it is the Marsden Makos, as Lemon Juice, UTG, and Mythai on that blue side. Dead, SXQC, and Brenny the Beast in orange. Kicking off, we are underway, and it's going to be a good shot right out the gate from Mythai. Now, here's the thing about what we saw from STMC before. Mythai was by far the key component to their success. He did such a good job on defense, dishing it out to teammates. Usually it was Lemon Juice who would be able to find that pass too, and that's what kept them alive. And already we're seeing that defense from Mythai again on display as he gets that first initial save. But, well, he didn't have that pass to Lemon Juice, who kind of showed the frustration with the bump. Dead now with a chance, tries to find the shot, but won't hit that goal. For the side of the Marsden Makos, what we want to see is that synergy between SXQC and Dead. These two players have been synergizing very well so far throughout the latter half of this tournament, and if they are on point with each other, if we can see that team play, I think that could challenge this SCMC defense in a way that we haven't seen it yet this afternoon. Dead trying to make a play through that corner, does get the demo, but there's no follow-through shot. In fact, everyone's kind of cramping up in the corner right now, and Mythai, with that slow play, actually will buy some time. Tie rotation by Dead, dumping it off to SXQC. The synergy already on display leads to a near miss. Ball bouncing around, semi-open net. UTG's going for the boost, has to bring it back as Brenny Takes a very slow shot. Won't hit the mark this time around. SXQC going to go up. Look for him to pass it back to Dead, who doesn't like the look. Yet Mythai actually an uncharacteristic miss. Instead gives it to Lemon Juice to push it forward instead. Opening minute and a half of this game. A couple near shots coming from the Marsden side, yet no goal just yet as SXQC and Dead go for the pinch. Ball does get to the backboard. Lemon Juice, weaker touch. UTG underneath, though, does get a bit of distance. And now Brenny is looking to challenge as that front man forward. SXQC swings and misses. Dead will be there, wins out on a 50-50 in the skies, looking to fall through underneath. Won't find the shot just yet. As the ball rolls back across the middle of the field, SXQC puts up a bit of a lobber. Mythai will instead pinch it back over to Dead. Tries to dish it to a teammate. No one's there, so has to catch it himself, but runs out of boost at that last moment. UTG now gets the side boost. Has it to play with. Good read by Brenny, though, as he pushes it back towards the Marsden side of the pitch. Not going to be a goal just yet. Sorry, of the STST. Yeah. Dead goal! Dead goal right there. The first goal is going to go to the Marsden Makos. As we sort of see defense uncharacteristically a little bit sloppy. Lemon Juice getting in the way of Mythai once again, and that's the second time we've seen this in this opening game. Nerves perhaps for the side of STMC as they do give up that first goal over to the Marsden Makos. Lemon Juice trying to push it forward. Mythai swings, doesn't get there in time. SXQC trying to set up UTG in the middle of the pitch to throw it right back. Mythai does get one defender to bite, but patience play means there's still SXQC in the goal. Brenny the Beast will follow it through. Now looking to play through the corner. Has Boost to work with. Has Dead across the middle. Double commit on defense. Do steal that ball away, but Brenny gets a demo in the process. SXQC underneath the play. Tries to swing. Does miss it. Mythai now. A little bit of a possession. Playing it off that wall. Goes for that second touch, but Dead will steal it away. Ball off that backboard. Dead with the demo. Dead is open. Brenny's unable to capitalize just yet. UTG gets that path over to Lemon Juice, but not going to turn it into a goal on this instance. Dead looks to clear it back that other way. Mythai shuts it down. UTG is in the middle of the pitch right now, but has to go for that boost. So Lemon Juice instead tries to rotate there. UTG is the striker on this play. He's the one we're sort of waiting for to press forward as Lemon Juice does it himself. Instead sees the gap, capitalizes on it, and ties up this game at one apiece. If you see the shot, sometimes you just got to take it. That's sort of the moral right there, as it was looking to be set up for UTG, yet Lemon Juice saw that gap and just will push it in. However, an awkward bounce off this kickoff means Marsden might be able to strike right back. Brenny with that opening is going to try to push it through. Mythai can't make the save, and it takes just 10 seconds for the Marsden Makos to strike back. They retake the lead with 100 seconds remaining in game number 1. Just a nice little spike shot right there to put it through. And as we continue with something right here, as Mythai says, that was something out of a movie. Not sure what that was in reference to. Either way, Brenny the Beast. Oh, he put it a little bit too high, won't be able to recover. Mythai instead tries to push it forward, but SXQC is there. The net is open and the ball will roll in. 9 seconds and a second goal is scored. What was a tight game now is turned into a 2-goal cushion for the Marsden Makos as they look to establish complete control of this first game. Ooh. Dramatic explosion right there, as it is a 3-1 lead right now. Mythai swings, unable to make contact with it. Lemon Juice looks to push it down. Ball bouncing middle of the field. Brenny the Beast is there. Shot on target. That was Dead, who keeps it up high above UTG. Now SXQC with a chance to play with that ball. Too slow on it. Means UTG will find that clear. Mythai pressing forward, but doesn't have the height. No hops on Mythai on that play, which means instead we see a counterattack back that other way. Ball rolling through the air. SXQC will look to spike it down, but he spikes it right to Lemon Juice, who will put it through. And with 1:04 remaining, we're back within 1. And this was just sort of a odd sort of miscommunication. I think SXQC was expecting Brenny to turn around and play that one from underneath. Instead, they find Lemon Juice, who is not who you wanted to find if you're on the Marsden Makos. STMC, I don't know, I apologize for struggling with that name so much. STMC does find themselves back within 1 with 1 minute remaining in the game. Very tense situation. This game 1 can be so critical in determining the momentum of a series. Lemon Juice push it off the backboard. Mythai's there, crosses up the defense, yet Dead is able to get that save with a little bit of help from that crossbar. That should have been the equalizer, you have to feel, for STMC, but they're not done yet. Play through the corner. Shot from Lemon Juice will go through, and we are tied with 37 seconds left in game number 1. UTG tries to set it up, but Lemon Juice instead will bang it through underneath, and that is the hat trick for Lemon Juice, might I add, in this opening game. STMC out in front, still 37 seconds left, and you got to feel that next goal, regulation or overtime, means going up 1-0 in our grand final. Dead tries to slow dribble it, but instead Lemon Juice takes it away. Pinch winds up going to that blue side corner, and there's no defender initially there. It means Dead can set it up how he likes, but Mythai knows how to play off that backboard. Gets a bit of a ground touch as well. Not the pinch he was looking for. Lemon Juice versus Dead. Dead wins out, sets up SXQC, who cannot find what would have been an amazing shot. 10 seconds left in regulation. Last attempt is going to come from the Marsden side. Mythai will put it up in the air, and Lemon Juice actually might be able to catch it. Had the boost, but just not the right angle. From underneath, SXQC goes for the dribble, gets bumped off it. Mythai keeps it alive. Dead has to down this one right now, but UTG couldn't get under in time, and we have a Game 1 overtime in our grand final series. Brenny tries to get the touch, winds up accidentally setting up Lemon Juice. SXQC playing from his own back corner. Drops it right in front of Mythai. Again, play through the corner. Someone's got to make that read. Ball slowly rolling to that box. Dead is there. Lemon Juice gets a nice touch. SXQC, though, from underneath, looks to follow it through. Mythai steals it away. Ball off that backward. Pass back to Lemon Juice, but he won't be able to turn it into that shot. Played through the corner as well. Lemon Juice is going to look for a back pass to someone. Instead, drops it right in front of Dead. Mythai has to go so far forward. Wins the 50. Gets past SXQC, but gets demoed in the process. Now, Lemon Juice playing very tight shadow defense. Gets beaten. UTG, though, does not. And it stops Dead from getting that breakaway. Mythai reverses into the ball. Swing and a miss, though, from Lemon Juice on that defensive effort. Nice touch by Mythai. Has the boost to recover it as well. Now looking to play underneath. Gets bumped, and that forces an awkward touch. SXQC, though, gets demoed before he can turn it into a proper counterattack play. UTG looks for the pass back, unable to connect with his teammate. And now we see, I believe that is Brady trying to go straight up the middle. Won't find the goal. Dead, however, might. Ball's in the air, gets to the backboard, but Mythai is able to corner it. A little bit of boost to play with, does find that second touch. Brenny should be able to make this read. Puts it into the corner. Any challenge? Yes, Lemon Juice is there. Dead. Oh, awkward touch. SXQC needs a desperation play. Gets it just above Mythai and is able to clear it out of that goal. Big bump coming from the defense right now. Dead pressing it forward. UTG play off that backboard. Dead is there. Ball continues to roll high. No one from underneath the strike. Dead, weak touch, slow roller towards the net. UTG will clear it out for now, but Dead's already in that corner. He puts it in the box. SXQC, the delayed attack was a little bit too delayed, and he doesn't find that goal. 100 seconds into overtime, still tied at 3 apiece, as Mythai will keep that dribble up. Brenny gets there next, and that's all to set up Dead. Pressing it forward, that's on target. UTG makes the save, but it's in a dangerous spot, and SXQC brings an end to this overtime in just under 2 minutes. 4-3 is the final score. Marsden Makos go up 1-0 in the series. You have to pardon me for catching my breath a little bit after that one. Absolutely insane game number 1. STMC fights back after going down 3-1 relatively late in that series, yet they're able to fight back. Lemon Juice gets a couple of key goals to complete his hat trick, yet in overtime, it was pretty much all Marsden Makos. They definitely dominated the tempo and the pace throughout the entirety of that 2-minute overtime. It felt like a matter of time before someone was going to put it in. SXQC and Dead trying to connect on each other through the middle of the field. Eventually, it does get to SXQC. They get that overtime win. There's still plenty of Rocket League, though, left to be played as we continue on in this one. No scoreboard currently, as we'll just look to fix that as best as we can. There we go. Scoreboard back up for us all, but now we don't really see the player names. That's okay. We do see Dead taking that shot. Not going to hit his mark just yet. As we continue with this one, Dead continuing to try and slow play it, yet the offense is going to try and force another opportunity. As we see another big demo right there, Lemon Juice now clearing it back that other way. Dead fading back to that backboard, gets the pinch through the corner. SXQC, lob shot of a clear right there, but won't quite make the distance. Mythai looking to make that read, but Lemon Juice will steal it off of him. Now going for that second touch, keeping up high. Now it's going to start to fall low. SXQC from underneath. Tries to follow it through. Successful in doing so. UTG, the one defender here, has to make a strong touch. And does so, actually connecting with Mythai in the process. Lemon Juice, not the 50 that they needed as a third man. That does mean Brenny might be able to counterattack. Has boost, has a bump as well. UTG able to recover, but can't position correctly as Brenny the Beast makes it 1-0 in favor of the Marsden Makos. You can see that one, UTG went up a little bit too high. A misread on that lob, and for Brenny, that's a fantastic start and a goal they were definitely looking for. Just under 4 minutes left in gameplay of game number 2 right now. Lead once again in favor of Marsden. SXQC going for a massive double to kick this next play off, unable to find it. And now it actually might go the other way. Shot from Mythai will hit its mark. And Mythai finally gets himself on the board in this grand final. As you can see right here, that lob to the corner just gets right over the top of Brenny. UTG had even a little bit faster, that would not have been a goal. Mythai fortunate to get to that play first, and now we are tied at 1 apiece. 3:44 remaining in this one. Mythai wins out on that 50 as Dead looks to make that next touch, but Mythai will keep that ball high in the sky from underneath. UTG looks to dribble it across the center of the field, will take it to that opposite end. Needs to throw it back towards the middle. First challenge misses, second challenge connects, but not for much. UTG now looking to bang that one forward off the backboard perhaps and in. No, not quite yet. We'll play through the corner instead. UTG puts it up high, waiting for that one to fall. Mythai tries to make the read, doesn't get the touch needed. And won't find the goal in this instance. Pinch back, all to set up UTG, but Dead has the height and Dead has the clear. Follow through by Brenny the Beast actually might mean a bit of attack from Marsden. I'm loving the follow through right now. They're keeping that ball elevated, forcing their opponents in STMC to get technical with the play, and we're starting to see STMC perhaps showing a little bit of that skill discrepancy that has sort of hindered them in the past right now. Ball in a dangerous spot, but won't be able to be banged in just yet. Mythai now tries to go for that clear, shut down by Brenny, who looks to push forward. UTG off that backboard, lobbing it to the middle of the pitch as XQC puts it up, tries to follow it through. Lemon Juice swings, Lemon Juice misses. Here comes Mythai, he'll clear it to that opposite end, but Brenny the Beast is waiting. Brenny gets the second touch as well off of the awkward touch from Lemon Juice. UTG puts it to the corner from underneath. Lemon Juice is there. That's a lob shot. SQC is able to make that save, but does he get the next one? Not quite. Goes through, gets the boost. Going to try and play it off of the ceiling. I like the attempt, but the defense is able to read it as Mythai did clear it out momentarily. Lemon Juice, awkward jump in the box, yet Brenny is unable to corral what was a nice setup for him. Tie game, under 2 minutes to go. Very defensive showing from both these teams right now in game number 2. As we do see more attack coming from this Marsden side initially. Mythai doesn't get that second touch. Dead from underneath, flicks it up, off that crossbar, not quite in. From behind, Lemon Juice will reverse into the play. Mythai there to catch it, sets up UTG straight down the middle. Surprise, Brenny's there. Actually nearly finds that upper left-hand corner. Dead with the follow through, only finds Mythai, and the third shot's not there as UTG elegantly gets that clear from Mythai, but now Lemon Juice is on his own on defense, gets the touch, tries to buy time, pinch hits its mark, and Brenny the Beast gets the go-ahead goal with 1:24 remaining in game number 2. Good strike right there, what you wanted to see from Brenny. Definitely keeping this one interesting at the moment. As we continue along, ball up in the air. SXQC looks to drive it back down that other way. From underneath, corner touch, not going to be enough, but the second touch will be. Mythai now going to the opposite end of the field, playing it through that corner. Dead tries to challenge, wins out for now. Shot not on target. Brenny goes for a bit of a dribble. UTG tries to take it off him, but Brenny is committed. He drives it forward before finally the defense does steal that ball away. Dead now in an awkward spot, does get demoed. You can't afford to go that slow, not with these sort of stakes. Under a minute left of play. SCMC desperate to try and get a victory right here. They don't want to go down 2-0 in this grand final series. They have an opening. It's Lemon Juice. He gets the goal. 46 seconds to go, and we are once again tied and perhaps on pace for a second overtime in our grand final. Lemon Juice drills that one right into the middle of the net. That's what you wanted to see, and oh, it's getting spicy. It's getting spicy between these two teams. Here we go. Kickoff. Goes in favor of UTG, but Dead can make a read off of that wall. It's a bit of a lob off of that backboard, but no one's there to strike it just yet. Brenny keeps it down low. Lemon Juice swings. Lemon Juice misses. Mythai gets the touch at SXQC. Looks to pass it back. 30 seconds left, and Mythai has a breakaway. Puts up that lob shot. Dead gets there, beating out his own teammate in order to make that save. But how long can they hold on? Brenny deep clear back the other way. Lemon Juice misses, but that's okay. Mythai is there, but so is XS2C. Tries to play through the corner. Dead with the setup of that backboard. Third man, are you there for the shot? Not quite yet. Brenny, though, will keep the attack going. 10 seconds left in regulation. Shot comes from SX2C, but he doesn't make complete contact of the ball. Dead shuts down the counterattack in mid-pitch. Last opportunity for Marston in regulation. The net is open, but SX2C gets in Dead's way and saves STMC, or do they? Ball is yet to touch the ground. STS2C keeps it alive. Brenny goes up for it, doesn't get underneath, and the bump from Mythai secures the overtime. Oh, it was there for the taking for Marcin Makos, and now it might go the other way. UTG can't find that shot off the kickoff. Second game, second overtime. SXQC the one with possession, but isn't able to drive it through the net just yet. Dead from underneath. Makes a nice read, tries to follow it through. Lemon Juice in an awkward spot, and with no boost, is just sort of flailing in no man's land. SX2C with the shot. It's on target, and Lemon Juice can't make the save. 20 seconds into overtime number 2, and it's going to go Marston's way once more. They're up 2-0 in the series. SXQC gets it done. Oh, man. I don't know if I can handle 7 overtimes like this. This is an absolute banger of a grand final thus far. Marston is up 2-0, but they are 2 hard-fought games. Brenny the Beast, the player who I was kind of questioning how well he'll be able to synergize with this team. Well, he gets 2 of those key goals in regulation. The third goal comes from SXQC in overtime, and that synergy actually was what took us to that overtime, as Dead and SXQC get in each other's way with that open net. Still, though, STMC, the defense is good, but they are getting challenged by a more dynamic attack than what they saw in that first semifinal, and you can see it's getting to them a little bit. Maybe a little bit hesitant on some of these counterattack opportunities. Now, there's still plenty of time in this series for them to bounce back, but if they lose this game, they will be in that reverse sweep situation where you never want to be. This is, I'm going to say it, must win for STMC. Game 3 of 7 now underway. If the Marsden Makos take this one, they will be so close, but they got to play defense right now. Mythai gets the demo ball in front of the net. But so is SXQC, and he'll be able to find that save. UTG does stop the counterattack, at least for now. Dead goes for a double, isn't able to pinch it through. And we see a wild swing from Brenny, but that's not able to come through just yet. UTG now gets a bit of a lob shot towards the goal, won't hit its mark. 4:30 remaining in this one. Brenny the Beast plays through that corner, gets that second touch, lobbed up for SXQC. Who continues to try and follow it through. There's the shot on target, but not in the net. Dead. Lobbing it right back down. No goal. 4:12 still yet to play. Lemon Juice. Ooh, swings and a miss right there from Brady the Beast. That's a deep lob. That's off the backboard. And no! It doesn't go in because Lemon Juice is there. Great save by the STMC side, but can they do it again? SXQC off that top crossbar. Someone's got to be there. It's Brenny. A little bit too far back. UTG is able to come through. As we now see Dead look to take it that other way. Play through that corner, looking to lob, looking to set anyone up, and no one's going to be underneath to grab it. As the ball continues to bounce around a little bit in no man's land, UTG follows it through. Brenny the Beast with the touch, but UTG with the follow through. No goal had just yet. Lemon Juice wins out on a nice little 50-50 for the moment. Finally, SXQC looks to take it back that other way. Ball bounced to the middle of the field. One out by Dead. The net is open, and the goal is good. 1-0 for the Marsden Makos as Dead slams that one through. 118 kilometers per hour. You can see he got that corner of the octane right where you want to be to drive it in. 1-0 in favor of the Marsden Makos. A lead that if they hold on to will put themselves to tournament point, championship point for the second consecutive season. They want it. Will they be able to hold on? As we see Mythai now tries to play through the corner, unable to find out. It's Dead, takes it right in front of that box, lobs it up for Brenny. Cannot spike it down, accidentally pushes it a little bit too high. Demo, as Brenny will maintain possession of that ball. Mythai not expecting that. As XS2C now goes for a bit of a musty, gets the second touch, styling a little bit, but won't be able to find the third. That's okay, leaves it up for Dead with the boost to play with. Goes for the double. It's off the backboard, which is exposed. Couldn't quite find that spike down. He had a double commit on defense. Nearly meant Brenny would have been able to get that next shot. And now Mythai looks to take it that other way. Ball on the orange side of the pitch, but only momentarily. Good pass from Dead to SXQC. Unfortunately, SXQC couldn't really catch it. as Dead now tries to play through that corner. A couple defenders in the way. Brenny actually loses out on the 50 to UTG. SXQC back in his own corner. Mythai goes for the challenge, loses out. Lemon Juice will recover. And a redirect shot here, perhaps. Not quite. Dead makes the save. Mythai passing it back to UTG. Puts it towards the box, towards that goal, but Brenny shuts it down. 2:14 remaining. Time running out for STMC. As Mythai does get set up, middle of the pitch, has to play through that corner. Lemon Juice doesn't like the look. UTG does. Takes it right back to the corner, but now Lemon Juice has to press forward, but he's hesitating. He's getting to the middle of the field. The hesitation costs the play as Dead does find that clear. Under 2 minutes left. Dead tries to follow it through, gets a good pinch. Lemon Juice gets behind it, but Brenny's already playing midfield yet again. Brenny in the middle of the pitch has been absolutely phenomenal thus far in this one, being a key component, yet Lemon Juice in these clutch situations finds yet another equalizing goal. I don't understand how it is always Lemon Juice, but Mythai with that awkward touch back catches the defense off guard. Lemon Juice knew exactly what was coming, and now once again we have a tie game. How does this keep happening? 100 seconds left in game number 3, a must-win situation for STMC, as they need at least one more goal. Dead tries to connect onto SXQC, instead gets intercepted by Mythai, who looks to follow it through. That is a big demo from Brenny. Massive demo from Brenny in this situation. 1:22 remaining. Ball still on that orange side of the pitch. Lemon Juice looking for the go-ahead goal. Won't be able to find it. Brenny takes it away, but UTG keeps the attack alive. Dead keeps the ball up high, but Lemon Juice is able to use the wall to get up just as. Tries to pinch it back out of that corner. Mythai, though, all the way back in his own side of the pitch. Means that is the end of this attack. SXQC stopped by UTG. Mythai from underneath goes for the dribble, gets dunked on by Brenny. And that actually turns into a pass nearly to SXQC, who didn't like the look. So Lemon Juice now goes for a play across the middle from underneath. Mythai is there. Unable to follow through just yet. That's SXQC, nice play off of that corner, gets a bit of a bump as well, but doesn't get the second. UTG is a weaker touch, and Mythai is able to make that save. UTG now looking for the backward setup. Someone's got to be there. Lemon Juice almost finds that go-ahead. Perhaps Mythai will. It's off that top crossbar. Where's the third member? Well, getting demoed by the looks of things as UTG now tries to press this one up. 23 seconds left in regulation. Do we see a third overtime? SXQC needs to get that ball out of the box, and it actually might lead to a counterattack from the Marston Makos. Lemon Juice, it's a weak touch in the corner, but wins out on the ensuing 50. Now, Brenny puts it forward yet again. 8 seconds to go, and Mythai tries to clear it up the middle. SXQC waiting, lobs it up. Mythai catches it. 3 seconds, last attack might come from this STMC side. A nice bump, and Brenny takes it away, tries to spike it down, and is successful in doing so. Third overtime in a row in this grand final. Mythai does come up big on that 50. Dead now. Lobs it back that other way. Brenny swings. Brenny misses SQC in that corner, trying to bounce it closer to the net. Keeps it up high. Brenny from underneath. Doesn't like that read. Mythai instead goes for a bit of an air dribble, but Brenny's still able to catch it eventually. Tries to find that pass back to SXQC, or sorry, to Dead. But it's unable to make contact with it. Awkward play from Brenny. Dead eventually does get to the ball. Wins out on a 50. Recovers and presses it forward. Second challenger does get the better of him. There's with 30 seconds left. UTG unable to find much. Nice bump. Someone's got to be on that counterattack, though, as Lemon Juice, sorry, Mythai was the one who actually got that clear. Lemon Juice stuck in no man's land. UTG doesn't win the 50 as strongly as they would have liked, perhaps, but still gets it more towards that Marston net. Brenny with the clear attempt. Mythai with boost to play with the net. Looked kind of open. It doesn't get escorted in, however, as SXQC comes up big on that save. Minute into overtime number 3, and Lemon Juice looks to clear it back that other way. Dead able to catch it in the corner, gets the second touch to throw. Lemon Juice off target. Mythai as well can't get to it fast enough. Now we see the clear. Now we see the counterattack. This is dangerous. Ball in the box, but no one's going up for it fast enough. UTG looks to go the other way. Dead from underneath. Should be able to clear it, and Brenny's already on the opposite side. Doesn't get the bump, and Mythai gets the save. Now, SXQC, slow play off that backward, looks for the angle, doesn't find it. Dead, however, does, and for the third overtime in a row, the Marston Makos find that goal. Now up 3-0 in our grand final series. Dead beats out 2 defenders with that strike, and this is what I said at the start of the day. STMC, they are always so close to taking down these top-tier teams, but they are never able to finish the job. And for 3 games in a row right now, they drop it in overtime. Reverse sweep is the only way for STMC to win this tournament. For the Marsden Makos, they've got one more game to become repeat champions, the first repeat champions of the XP Rocket League series. And I mean, well, you know, we've only had 3 events, but to do it back-to-back with a new lineup as well would be monumental for this squad. This is no victory lap, however, though they've still got another game to play, and if we get our 4th overtime in a row, I don't even know what to think. Mythai tried to create something through that corner. SXQC gets out of Dead's way, who goes for that solo play, has the boost to play with, got the flick, but Mythai is still able to rotate back and come up big with a key save. Here we go, 4:31 remaining. Brenny the Beast can't beat out 2 defenders. Lemon Juice will be the one with possession of the ball. Played through the corner. And eventually from underneath, it's actually UTG who loses the 50 to Dead. Ball bouncing towards that goal. Mythai from underneath swings and misses. Now an opportunity. Brenny does not get the goal, and a roll one in the grand final does get broken up. I believe that was actually the Marsden teammate that broke up the Rule 1. I don't know. Is that going to be the catalyst for the reverse sweep? Usually when Rule 1s get broken, bad things happen. We'll see what goes down. As we see Mythai trying to clear it back over to Lemon Juice, gets that touch towards the net. Dead is there. Doesn't make the touch. Lemon Juice had a chance, but Brenny is able to get behind it. Here we go, Mythai. Play off that backward strike, saved by SXQC. And now we see Lemon Juice with an opportunity. The net actually looked kind of open, but the shot not quite accurate enough. Mythai with that follow through keeps it low. Dead, though, still is able to make the read. Gets that second touch, which gets UTG actually a little bit off balance. Dead going for the bump on the Mythai. Almost got Lemon Juice as well. Still Lemon Juice able to make that save, but Brenny's already there. Going for that next touch. Swings, misses. SXQC, slow touch towards the net. Not in it, as Lemon Juice did come up big on the save yet again. UTG keeps that ball up high, but it's going to waterfall down. Brenny almost has that read. Won't find that goal. Mythai looks to take it back that other way. Nearly 2 minutes into game number 4. Still no goal. Mythai does win out on that challenge. Brenny the Beast goes up high, throws it back towards the middle of the field. Brenny from underneath looking, waiting, biding his time. June able to strike and does so over the top of Lemon Juice. Mythai off at that post, gets thrown off balance, but nobody from the Marsden side was willing to commit to that slow defensive effort. They're more content to play middle of the field, yet the ball still finds its way behind them. Awkward defense, and I know this team wanted to be a bit more passive and wanted to play a more defensive game, but that was a scary situation, and there is such a thing as being too defensive. SXQC with the go-ahead goal halfway through game number 4. Remember this shot, because it could be the tournament-winning strike just over the top of Lemon Juice. SXQC comes up big halfway through this game. A pinch off the kickoff. Now, we've seen a lot of go-ahead goals. We haven't seen 2. SXQC gives the 2-goal cushion. I mean, the pinch on this kickoff was massive, and to find the waterfall as well. Some may call it luck, others will call it skill. I call it a little bit of misfortune for STMC, as they could not have any way to make the save in that situation. Marsden Makos so close to wrapping this one up. Ball in the corner right now. Brenny the Beast clear across the middle of the field. Mythai, though, we've seen him come up big in the past. Lemon Juice as well has been the most clutch player today. Can they make the comeback happen? Not if it's 3-0. Dead may have just found the icing on that championship cake. Has the height over Lemon Juice, the accuracy as well. UTG felt desperate to make the play. It turns into a little bit of an own goal, and that could be it. 3-0 now. Marsden Makos in control. This is where they want to be. Crazier things have happened, though, and Lemon Juice is already driving back to that orange side of the field. Ball off the backboard. UTG will get to it. That's a strike. That's accurate. That's it! And we can't crown our champions yet, because UTG, redemption for the own goal right there, was given too much time and space. Absolutely drills that one 108 kilometers per hour to bring us back within 2. Here we go. 3-1 scoreline. Do we see Marsden bring it home, or can STMC complete the comeback? Look, they're down 3-0 just like in this series. Perhaps it's telling of things to come, or Brenny can end it right there. 100 seconds left, still 2-goal differential. UTG Needs a good touch off of this defense. Tries to find Mythai, but puts it a little bit too high. And now SXQC is in the position to punish. Won't be able to find the goal just yet. Dead. Playing through that backboard. Looks to backhand to that teammate. Winds up losing possession eventually, but patient play from SXQC keeps the attack alive. Dead. Looking to spike it down. 80 seconds left realistically, actually, as Mythai tries to drill up. Gets the second touch! The dunk is not quite accurate, and Mythai, he wants that one back. It could have been so good. But instead, they got to fight for another opportunity. 1:03 remaining. Dead with possession in the corridor right now. Has it stolen away by Lemon Juice. SXQC back on defense. So is Brenny. They double commit. They bump into each other. UTG needs to center, but instead it's that patient play, and Dead eventually beats out the commit. SXQC off that backboard. No one to pass it to. Mythai keeps it up high. 45 seconds remaining. This attack has to be good. UTG with a chance shot. Saved by Brenny the Beast in a very critical moment. It wasn't the most technical save, but it could mean everything. 33 seconds left to go until the game is won. Marston Makos, the defending champs, with a new lineup. They started the season a little bit sketchy, losing 2 teams out of Academy, looking disorganized, looking uncommitted, but honing in, practicing, understanding that defensive play, understanding the synergy between Dead as well as SXQC will get themselves the repeat championships. Marston Makos will be the XPHSL Season 3 champions. 4-0 sweep for this side. Obviously, it was well done and well fought from STMC, and that is what you have come to come to expect, I should say, from St. Thomas More College. They were always so close every time they played against Marsden, every time they played against the Lakers Legends, and they even got their win over the Chisholm Maroons. However, Marsden Makos, they have that experience, they have that confidence, and they are our grand final winners, and one of the closest 4-0s that you will ever see. I mean, 3 overtimes in a row, yet game number 4 it did turn out to be a little bit of that victory lap, I suppose. They were able to dominate that game, just like, in a sense, they did dominate the series, or at least the series overtimes. Marston Makos are our champions. And for us here at XP Esports, well, that will conclude our final season of Rocket League in the year 2020. Now, fret not. There's a whiteboard kind of just to the side of me right now. I'm not allowed to say what's on it, but it's a reason to get excited for what is going to be in the future here on this channel. So please drop that follow if you have not already. If for no other reason than to show support to all the high schools who have competed in this event. Again, there was 8 at the start of Season 3, a little bit smaller because of, well, you know, finals are a big and important thing, and it's all about balance. But these 8 teams gave it their all. I mean, even the winless Somerset did start to turn around their season towards the end and started to look more and more competitive with their games. But you can't beat the best. 2 seasons in a row. It is Marston Makos out on top. A heartfelt congratulations to them and a heartfelt thank you to all who are a part of us on this journey through seasons 1, 2, and 3. It's been an absolutely great event, and it's now time to say goodnight. Marston Makos, your Season 3 champions. Until next time, have a great day, everybody. There are your final scores. See you next time.